Thank goodness it's Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank goodness it is Friday. What's good? What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Just Cash.
Oh, listen to this.
Know what time it is. Just Cash. That's right. JC, baby. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? You already know what time it is. We are here on this Friday, chopping up some college basketball and getting ready for this massive weekend. We got a huge college basketball slate on Saturday as usual. We got a little bit of NFL, a little bit of Unrivaled tonight, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and Monday for that matter.
That's a lot.
Oh my goodness. It's a lot of stuff going on. So welcome one, welcome all. We're feeling pretty good today. I'm not gonna lie, you boys had a few drinky drinks, making them nice and chill. But we're going to talk about some college basketball here. So you already know, join with Underrated. What's good, man? How are you?
Hi. I wanted to run and get something out of the cabinet so I could be drinky drink with you, but I didn't make it. I only made it halfway, and I'm back. Sober as can be. I'll like this joint, though. Fuck it. Let's go. It's Friday.
Let's go. Let's go. You already know. Well, before we hop into it, if you find folks can do us a huge favor today, make sure and hit that like button down below on YouTube. And we are also streaming over on Twitch. So shout out to Twitch. If you guys have that, make sure to hop over there, follow us. Do we have that in the description as well for Twitch?
That's a good question. Let me check. I don't think I put that in there because I am just too silly. Let's see. I see Twitter. I see, it's called X these days. I see, nope. No, I'll do that, though. That's a good idea, E. Because, we get a couple of followers on Twitch. Maybe it'll start rolling a little bit. Twitch doesn't, it's brand new. You know how it goes.
Yeah, we just started streaming over on Twitch, so make sure you guys check it out. It's Just Cash Fam, and we'll have links and all that stuff for you guys as well. But if you haven't already, hit that sub button down below, turn the noties on so you don't miss out whenever we do go live, and make sure to be a part of the Discord. Honestly, that's the biggest thing. It's where our overnight leans, live plays, and all that good stuff, as well as soccer and a couple of other sports. Baseball is just around the corner, MPB, and all that good stuff. So 7-day free trial down below. Make sure you guys check it out. Come in and win some cash with us and say what's up.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm putting the...
I'm still fighting this forever ailments. This cold I've had for like a month now.
I'm putting the link in the description. Follow us on Twitch. There you go. All right, we're ready to talk about some games. What you got for us?
All right. Well, let's start off real quick. We'll kind of recap on some Unrivaled stuff. We did talk about yesterday in pretty great detail. So if you guys missed out a little bit of that, make sure you can also hit the VOD and check that out real fast. But we did get some things kind of working in our favor. A few lines that we did call, looking out for, i.e. Shakira Austin. Her 21.5 PRA was posted earlier today. And then Boston, they did open her at 28.5 PRA. So it was 1 point higher than what we were really hoping for, but honestly, I still like it. They bumped her individual lines up. Her points moved up and her rebounds moved up as well. So I still didn't mind the PRA overall. I think it's a great spot for us. But the biggest piece of news that we did get today is Kalia Copper is off the injury report. So she is in some capacity going to be good to go for this evening. I've been scouring the social media is trying to find anything related to her whatsoever. And honestly, it's been really hush-hush. So we need to find out, 1, is she going to be starting? 2, what the minutes are going to look like? And then 3, kind of dissecting what the rotations will look like overall for this team. But her being back is definitely important. I mean, it's going to take away 2 big usage spots, 1 from Chelsea Gray in some capacity, and then also I think Azurá Stevens will likely see some regression, which, I mean, to be fair, she's been regressing a little bit more lately, and Shakira Austin's just, been such a stud for this team off the bench so far. So I do like those numbers. looking towards that news, we'll kind of get a little bit more clarity moving towards lock. But I will say shout out to differences between Underdog and Prizepicks. Earlier, Underdog had Chelsea Gray at 24.5 points still, where Prizepicks had her at 22.5. And then Azrae Stevens was at 13.5 on Underdog and 11.5 on Prizepicks. So quite a difference between the two sites right now. So I do kind of favor those under on Underdog, and then a bit of a wait and see as far as Prizepicks is concerned. We'll get a little bit more of that clarity moving towards locks. But yeah, really hush as far as trying to find out some news for Kahleah Copper right now. So I'll keep you guys posted as long as I can find out anything before locks. But Tiffany Hayes, another person keep an eye out for this last game. She was a midday Q tag, ended up still playing, but honestly she probably should have sat. She played off the bench. Natasha Cloud played and took a lot of RA usage away from Kelsey Plum. So the starting news is going to be super important for this first game here, especially. You want to kind of see if Tiffany Hayes ends up moving back to the starter, or is coaches, honestly fine with Plum, Cloud, and then Boston as well. But Boston still in a great spot, honestly. I do like the rebound upside. Has been massive for this team in particular. They're giving up at least 10 or more per game. And then the scoring upside looked really solid for Boston. I mean, I don't think anything to be that worried about. They've been giving it up inside the paint. So I did like Boston quite a bit today. And then Shakira, even though, yes, Kahleah Copper can be back in the mix, I think they are still going to go to the bigs a lot, especially for the second unit. So 21.5 PRE still felt pretty good for her. All right, I've been rambling for a second.
21.5 for Shakira?
Yeah.
And then I was going to ask you, is Lexi still on the board now that Copper is going to play?
I think they ended up removing her, which is honestly kind of funny because I did see quite a few cappers or people that are in the Unrivaled space did have interest in her 13.5 PRA, which I think was for pretty good reason. But now with Copper being back in the mix, I mean, that really is going to muddy up the waters a lot. I wouldn't be surprised to see her probably split minutes a little bit more between Copper and Lexi. But it's honestly hard to say because, some of these teams, they've really played more matchup dependent kind of lineups. So this is one that, I think they could favor having the two guard set out there, between Plum and then either Cloud or Tiffany Hayes on the Phantom side of things. Whereas the Laces, we already know Gray's going to be out there. So it's just really who's that third wheel going to be tonight? Are they going to keep out with sorry. Laces have Sykes in and Jackie Young. So I think this lineup will be pretty straightforward. We'll just see Alyssa Thomas, Jackie, and then Sykes roll out with the starters. And then the Phantoms, we do need to see who the other guard's going to be because, like I said, last game it was Cloud, but likely we'll see Tiffany Hayes possibly back in the starters. So keep an eye out for that.
And with the starting lineups, they just toss them on Twitter with the beat writers. Sometimes you have to randomly catch it, or is there a certain spot we're waiting? There's no Underdog Unrivaled, I assume.
No. You got to catch the beat writers. So, I mean, we'll probably get news somewhere within the hour leading up to locks. That part of this whole thing is a little bit frustrating. I'll be completely honest, but that is, I think, only our concern as far as this game goes is just will Cloud start or do they go back to Tiffany Hayes? So when Cloud starts, she really takes away a lot of assist and playmaking for obvious reasons from Kelsey Plum mainly. And then whenever Tiffany Hayes starts, I think Plum's PRA upside is a little bit more warranted. Her assist and playmaking will be a bit higher, but also same thing for Boston too. Cloud starting kind of takes away some of that usage for Boston, but without her starting, the RA upside should be pretty massive for Boston. So somebody to kind of keep an eye out for. Honestly, though, I still like Boston. Her lines are quite appropriate. I wish it was 27.5, like we talked about yesterday, but 28.5, I can still live with that.
Okay. And Lexi's gone from Prizepicks, but she's still on Underdog? I see her on Underdog still. So if we got...
She?
Yeah. Her 13.5 PRA and her 7.5 points are on Underdog still. So I was thinking, I don't know if how realistic this is, but if Copper starts, under Lexi would be half decent.
Rebound, that's a good spot because her shooting has just been so bad this season, man. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's just been bad.
Who's that, Lexi?
Yeah, for Lexi.
Yeah. Their lines are just so low, it'd be hard. But if Copper was to start, would you take a stab at the under PRA?
I think so, honestly, man. I mean, we're truly just going to be sweating her scoring upside because with the second unit, I mean, we've already seen that they go to Shakira Austin as a majority of a scorer there. And I mean, I guess, Lexi Hull would likely be with the second unit here, but she's going to lose out at least on field goal attempts to Shakira Austin. So we're just sweating her scoring upside. I mean, if she finds her 3-ball for the night, it just is what it is. She's probably going to have 7 to 10 points at least. But if that field goal volume stays pretty limited, like we've already seen, because, I mean, honestly, a lot of these other players are just such a high usage in general player on the court. We'll probably see something a little bit closer to this, like 6 to 7 field goal attempt range. 2 of the games she did have 8 attempts already, but most of her field goal and volume is just going to come from 3 outright. I mean, we had 6, 4, and 5 attempts. So well over 50% from the field is just coming from 3. So that night's it's gonna happen. Honestly, she's due for a reasonable game here, but it's only gonna come from that. So she doesn't get to the free throw line that often at all. You're just sweating how many threes is she gonna make on the night.
Why are her minutes why'd she play so many minutes in that third game? Is there a reason or just random?
I believe this was it a blowout or a closer game? What are we doing? It was a closer game. Let's see what happens. Ezra Stevens and Sutton kind of split the minutes between the other 3 players. So Shakira Austin had 4 fouls, probably lost out on, I would say 2 minutes, give or take, in there. Azure has been trending towards playing less minutes, so I think that also continues. These two end up splitting more minutes between them. But I mean, Sugg also another player off the bench here. I don't even know how she's going to fit into this offense because she's a big RA person, but she doesn't really shoot the ball a whole lot. So, I mean, there is still that to consider with the second unit. But if Copper starts, I mean, we have a really good shot at least from leaning on Shakira Austin to take away enough usage that it should really cripple her. Plus, she's a really great rebounder. I mean, she's almost led the team in rebounding every game too, so it's also going to cut that portion of the PR down for her. But the Kalia Copper, so hold on, let me backtrack. One interesting thing would be I would love Lexi under if we got her off the bench with Kalia Copper. Say they started like Sutton or somebody else. If she had a really high power usage player off the bench with her, I think that would actually work out quite well.
So even,
but we'll see.
Even 5 hit under. Just thinking, I mean, if Copper comes in and I don't know, maybe she's still a little slow because it's not, she's not all the way back, but we're already on the border of thinking Lexi and Azure do nothing. So, I mean, got to do less than nothing, I would think. But who knows, I guess. Starting lineup, though, Lexi coming off the bench, got to take her under, don't you?
Yeah. If they still have her props up, I mean, I think that's completely reasonable. The RA upside for her should be pretty limited. And, I mean, if she gets hot from 3, it is what it is. That's just the unfortunate drawback about 3-point shooters, picking on their unders. But, I mean, they go to 3 people really as a whole from his team, and then now kind of adding Copper back into the mix. I mean, she should be, from the starter perspective, at least taking away a pretty high usage from Chelsea Gray. Gray does not need to be shooting the ball 20 some odd times a night. She just does way too much for the team to only be a shooter. Azure probably takes another step back. Maybe she's number 2 on the list as far as that goes, but her minutes have been volatile. If she's hitting the 3 ball, that can be somewhat of a sweat. But other than that, coach is starting to dial her back for Shakira Austin and the defense that they get from her. So the at least minutes being split really across 3 different players is going to be massive.
Yeah. All right, so we'll wait for that Copper news. Sounds good. We got a bunch of comments here, and people's here, and Q Donkey's here with a play, and D Johnson's here with the play, and C Dot's here. He says let's effing go, and Ayo's here. What's up, guys?
Yo, what's good, fam? What's good? Yeah, what we got? Let's fire away. We'll talk about a couple plays. Honestly, fam, we're just really talking about Unrivaled tonight. I had 2 maybe plays for the Friday college basketball stuff, but honestly, we're just looking ahead towards Saturday.
I'm looking at Twitter, sorry, and I saw Copper is available after being sidelined, including, but it says, at least here, it says she probably won't start.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me. I think Lexi still starts tonight, and then we'll have her come off the bench. The only big switcheroo would be if, for whatever reason, Sugg starts.
I got to read into that a little bit more. Okay, but we'll still watch for that. That's interesting. I love those kind of plays. All righty. Mm-hmm. Do you want to look at what Q Donkey got here? Do you want to go over the plays you got, or what you thinking? Oh, you only have the Unrivaled plays up there, so we got a bunch to look at here today.
Yeah, we still got a little bit to look at. Like I said, only 2 plays on the radar for tonight's college basketball. So I guess let's go ahead and hop into a couple questions. We'll recap on the 2 that I got for you guys tonight, and then we'll start looking at Saturday.
Okay. The first one, he says Munez assists.
Oh, yeah. We're looking at this team.
Your favorite.
Oh yeah boy, yeah.
Hey, what's his name came
he
through?
Was a pretty
Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Ty/whatever.
Lur?
Yeah,
Tyler. Yeah,
he was pretty good, man. 19-7-7, and I think he had a steal or 2 steals or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely came through for us. And if you guys were on stream yesterday, good looks for that. What was that, Q Donkey, or was that Big 2? I can't remember.
I think it was Big Q Donkey.
Big Q?
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I remember him saying that now. He goes, yeah, this slate's a little bit boo-boo, but let's check out this play. And yeah, dude came through. We looked at it. It looked good. It was just one of those ones where you're like, I don't know. But yeah, he came through.
Well, Munez is pretty interesting. This team was looking at earlier. It's kind of weird that he is a small forward. That's one thing that I did notice, but also with the other play, Brandon, or we're just gonna say Brandon. But these 2 have been playing really well together. They did mix up the starting lineup a few games ago. They had 2 different players, and I think an injury also kind of muddy up the waters there. But Munez, he's been pretty solid, honestly. Very, very high hit rating. The game total and spread was maybe something that could have been a little bit better. What was this? Spread was 5.5. What was the game total? Real fast. Before we get too far along.
Low 140. 138 now.
Oh yeah, I got 138.5 here.
I had my cue set last night at it was 141.5 last night. I had it at 151.5, just waiting for another alt, but I couldn't find another. But yes, it bumped down 3.
That could be from, Boise's quite slow. They really don't play fast, but they had a couple Q tags spinning on their side of things today too. I didn't mind the assist from him. He's been pretty solid just overall in performance. He is truly kind of only getting 4 assists in some of these tighter matchups here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him also in with 4 this game, but the season long data looked pretty solid. I just, again, the pace and totals, nothing too crazy. But I do like his wingman that's been playing really well so far for this team, Brandon
R.
Reck. We're just gonna leave it with that. Recksteiner.
That's a good name. I like that.
He's been coming to play. So here, let me bring up his stuff here for you guys. We'll get the chart out. It makes it a little bit easier on the eyes. But only thing for him, the dude doesn't really play 30 some odd minutes. I think same thing for him. He just plays like right at 30 minutes for most of their close games so far this year. I do like the two of them. I mean, they've had a pretty good connection here between his scoring upside and then the assist to kind of follow with that. The only thing is, just again, pace total, all that stuff. It's not the easiest matchup, at least in regards to assist and playmaking, but I mean, it is there. You know what you're getting into with these mid-level teams too, so kind of take that for what you will. Prizepicks is really different on their odds right now, so that's kind of something interesting to note. Usually they're quite right about their stuff, so I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, because Underdog and everyone else is quite favoring the over here, but Prizepicks is like, maybe you want to take this. You never get this. So I don't know how to feel about that, but I do like the hit rating. I mean, he's averaging almost 4.6 on the season, so it is a very fair line. I think we're just gonna need this guy, Brandon. He's gonna have to come out and keep making these shots for us. So I don't mind it. I think a game stack also with these two, totally feasible. I did not do my due diligence as far as looking at his alt lines, but I did notice at least for his 10 or more, if you can find it, was pretty solid for Brandon.
One of those ones, man. One of those ones. He definitely can get there, but I don't know. We just don't know those teams, and it's hard. The numbers say yeah. The numbers do say yeah. I will say Colorado State is the actual slowest team in college basketball. We add that to the mix, but I mean, he's on that team, so he's used to that pace. And he's still getting those numbers. C-Dot says, let's effing go. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And the Discord. Seriously. He put seriously on it, too. Seriously. We getting money over here, boys. That's what's up, C-Dot.
He means it. He means it.
Bingo. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Let's see, real fast before we get into any more questions, I guess let's talk about the two maybe plays for today right now. One of them being Cameron Carr, his 21.5 PR line, which let me hit a quick refresh. I think it's still available. Yeah, we still have it on Fliff and Underdog. Yes, I know this matchup, not exactly the best. They've been really, really well on defense as far as just being at home, but the defense for these guys have been a little more suspect over the last, couple games now. So I don't know exactly if I'm sold on Kansas just being that good at home, or, are they really not that good on defense? Because their offense has been pretty great, but they're losing to some teams that they shouldn't have, and some of these games that have stayed really, really close. TCU more recently, having to sweat that out in overtime is kind of crazy. But they are back at home, so Baylor has a laundry list of Q tags and guys that are out already so far. Most notably, J.J. White, and then Dan Skillings ended up missing this last game, which it looks like he could miss this game as well, so wouldn't be surprised there. This team, we talked about Tonde and Cameron at great length so far this season. I mean, it's really just these two as the main scorers on the team. And then you kind of sprinkle in, I think Radich had a really good last game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 19 points, but nothing too extra special. His field goal attempts moved up a little bit, but the usage rating basically stayed about the same for him. So I think things hold true here. Yes, it's going to be a bit tougher just to keep the game close in general, but credit to Baylor. I mean, they played really well against most of their competition so far this season, and home away splits really haven't made much of a difference for that. So I do like Carr, honestly, just in general. I don't know necessarily if I'm sold as far as this Friday night going too crazy with some of the lines or some of the plays. We have such a nice Saturday ahead of us.
Yeah,
so I'm not trying to get too tight on that.
That's what I'm thinking too. And Kansas is coming off that win to Iowa State, man. They might be feeling themselves. I don't know. You beat Iowa State by 20. You got to give them some credit.
Oh yeah, for sure. And, like I said, they've been really, really great at home. So, I mean, that is something to also consider. But this is a pretty favorable line. I mean, Bro's been averaging almost 25 a game so far. And, I mean, a lot of it is coming from scoring, but the rebounds have definitely been there for him. And with Dan Skillings not being there, I think we see a little bit more trade-off on the field goal volume, just staying pretty high for him. But all in all, I mean, so far this season, he's had 15 or more points in every game but this one, which was his worst shooting performance. He went 3 of 15 from the field from this game. But also shout out to his 15 or more alt line. Very favorable odds today. I think 365, he was like minus 250. And then FanDuel minus 235. So easy parlay piece with something.
I still think we can look through these bowl bets here for that. We can go Trey White 15 PR. We can go Carr 15 PR. I mean, those feel like those are going to hit. And then alt Baylor's points up and go under. And then something Peterson, Peterson last time was the one that got us because they blew out whoever, Iowa State. You would never have thought, but they blew them out. And then the only reason we lost that was because Peterson sat the last 5 minutes. So...
yeah.
But will that happen again? Because Baylor's not the greatest. So that would probably be our only sweat. But I think we got something there with some Carr alt. Going with the straight play, I'm not sure. You have looked into him more than me, but whatever you feel on that. If we want some Carr action, can figure that out. But anyways, Ayo's here, and he says, A, money, E, money. Brother, Undertaker, underrated beats. LFG goats, smash the like button. You are the man, Ayo. C. and Ayo, love ya. Q Donkey, love ya. And Ayo says, who is the new milk truck?
Who's the new milk truck?
Remember we used to have Sean, and Sean would come in with the movie trivia? Ayo's coming in with the Unrivaled WNBA trivia. Who is the new milk truck in Unrivaled?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Have you
I
seen
don't know. I don't think we've dubbed anybody for that.
Have you seen a few of the? I didn't realize, but a few of these women's college players are looking like milk truck times 10. Have you seen them? There's a couple of them. They're big. They're like 300 pounds. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
I know
awesome.
who you're talking about.
And they're balling though. It's not like they're just out there. Like they're like top players. It's so dope. They're gonna be in WNBA next year. I cannot wait. Damien says, "What's good, homies? What's up, Damien? Glad you're here, bro."
Hey, what's up, bro? No, I mean, hey, it's a whole new world, honestly, man. I mean, I don't think the norm for any of the stuff that we're used to in the past is still there. If anybody can go out and drop 40 some odd points a night, yeah, I know she might not be the greatest on defense, but I mean, damn, 40 points is still 40 points.
And it's a show. You want to see that? You want to see a 250, 300 pound woman running up and down the court? I do. That's dope.
Oh, yeah.
Go. I love it. And they ball out. Give them the ball out. They can't. They push them around like Charles Barkley. It's dope, bro. Anyways, I digress. Here we are back at college basketball.
Back to college basketball.
You see what happens?
Hey.
See what happens? It's Friday, though, so it doesn't matter. All the games are tomorrow. But what do we do for tonight?
Honestly, I mean, we did have already a couple plays posted up for the Unrivaled stuff, so hopefully guys were able to catch a bit of that early value. I know Chelsea Gray's all the way up to 5.5 assists now, so I'm super good on that. Yeah, I would not play that bumped line. I will say I do think she has a very high clip of assists today, especially with Copper being back. That helped out a lot.
That's what I was thinking too.
But again, 2 bumps, that's a little bit excessive. I still like Shakira, and I think her lines are back down to 21.5. Underdog had her very inflated. She was up to 23.5 earlier, but the Aaliyah Boston line might have moved as well. I saw Prizepicks just move her up finally. But we're looking ahead towards Saturday. Like you said, there's a big Saturday. We're going to have a massive slate. We always kind of break it up a little bit as well for the morning and or afternoon games just being a slate by itself. And then we have the late afternoon and nighttime games. So, I mean, last week, we started out a little rocky in the morning and then ended up sweeping the rest of the day. So plenty of opportunity for that. We'll also have Unrivaled. We should get props for here. Let's see, it's 5:30 here, so probably within the next 2 hours, give or take, 2 hours, 3 hours at max. We'll get props for tomorrow, so we'll hop on that as soon as possible. And then midday Saturday, we should start getting stuff for Sunday as well, because there's a couple games on the docket for that. But yeah, go light tonight. Enjoy the time. Enjoy, X, Y, and Z for the evening. More of a spectator sport, and then Saturday we're just gonna get downright crazy with it.
Yeah, we got to dig deep tonight. They'll have so many props coming on the board from now until, and man, it's one of those late night fine prop sessions. We might even want to drop a little video if we find something we love. Who knows? But subscribe to the channel if you are not, so you get that video when we drop it, guys.
Don't want to miss out. All right. We got any more questions or anything? And then we'll get going.
Nothing. Well, C-Dot says Cohen car or Cameron car? And you had to look too. Huh?
Tonight's car, not tomorrow's.
Tonight's car, not tomorrow's car. That's what I said, the better car.
Yeah. Yeah, they have Cohen car up already because we have Saturday props for them. I think they're holding back on Cameron car right now because of the Skillings news. But they also did this last week too. They kind of held out on his props for a little bit until we ended up getting that news for him. So just keep an eye out for him. I think he's available in some sites already right now. Yeah, Flip and Underdog. Prizepicks for whatever reason just doesn't have him up yet. Kind of weird.
Now, if there's no questions there, I have one for you. Can you look at Benson from DePaul? And can you tell me?
Sure.
And can you tell me? Did his line move, or was it always 9.5 points? Because I was thinking, and I did play the alt under points last night. Can you talk me off? I believe he was 10.5 points last night, or was he still 9.5? I don't know.
I think he was still 10.5 or 9.5. Sorry.
Okay. So I altered it a little bit, but for some reason on Underdog they're letting you alt it all the way to 14.5. What are his chances of getting 14.5?
Pretty low. 3 out of all the games. Didn't you play him last week or more recently? I remember this name.
I played him last night, maybe, and I posted the slip in our chat. Oh, I'm sorry, D Johnson. Yeah, I missed that. I'm sorry. I forgot he wrote that earlier. I don't know how I missed it. He also had another couple questions. But Benson, before we get to his question, what do you think? I forget.
Yeah, I still like Benson.
Okay.
You played him last time at
Did I play him again?
12.5.
Yeah, I played him at 12.5. On hot streak, yeah. Yeah. It looks pretty good, man. I don't know. Those type of plays we haven't really been keying on too much. There's been so many games. We've just been looking at overs more than unders, but he seems like he'll come through. We'll see.
Now, I will say they did just rule Ben Gold out, I believe, or he just got a questionable tag like just now. So I don't know if that changes up a whole lot here. I mean, he's not exactly the best defender, but just something to at least keep in the back of the old noggin. D-Dot says, what was our other maybe play for tonight, or have we not gone over it? What was our other maybe play? Besides Carr, I think. Yeah, the other maybe play was the...
And he said, am I a dummy for playing Chelsea Gray? 5.5 assists, bump too high, question mark. That's what C-Dot says. Also.
I mean, it's definitely a bump, man. You know, if you want to chase it, I get it. I would feel a lot better if she was maybe starting with, you know, 2 good shooters. As long as Lexi Hull's not starting, I would say yes. If Lexi Hull is starting, maybe a little bit more caution there because I just don't know what to expect from her as far as usage.
I hope Copper just comes in, starts, and balls out.
The other guy was this one who apparently just bumped right after I took him out of the queue. But it was Brandon Wright, whatever. He was at 12.5 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then D. Johnson, I glossed over his comment earlier because they got stuck with a bunch of other ones. But it's back now. He says, thoughts on Stefan Vax or Vox, I believe, maybe, over 14.5 points? V-A-K-S.
What team was he on again?
And Royce Parham. Royce Parham over 4.5. I'm sorry, over 11.5 points also. Big Royce. One by one though.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the box earlier. He does look really good. In this last game, he ended up getting the spot start because Jason Edwards ended up sitting, which, he is also still on the Q tag for today. If Edwards is out, I still like Box. I think that's totally fine. But if Edwards does play, there's a good chance that Box will actually go back to the bench. So do keep that in mind. It doesn't really change his minutes a whole heck of a lot, but enough to still, not necessarily the minutes, but the usage rating might be a little bit different. But just something to really keep an eye out for, because I do want Jason Edwards to sit in that situation. So still not confirmed to be playing and or out. We should get that news, honestly, sometime within the hour, probably within 30 minutes here. But I did not mind that one. I actually looked at that earlier too. And then Royce. So Royce probably seeing a nice usage boost here. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about him. I'll just be, keep it a buck with you. But at least now with Ben Gold being out, that is going to take away or give more opportunity for the rebound usage. Ben's not a really big, scorer, field goal attempts and stuff like that, but he was really good on the board. So I think the rebound upside should be a little bit better for Royce here. And then if we can get closer to that double-digit field goal range, he's really, really thrived in a lot of those games here. But kind of tough, a little bit more unreliable with the minutes. If Ben being actually out should help that out a lot more. We'll probably see somewhere in the realm of, low mid 30s again, but I don't mind that. Honestly. Again, keep an eye out for the starting news. Make sure these guys, nothing weird happens.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then Benson, that guy is just very mid, so I don't mind the under for that either.
Now, are you not worried about the Creighton defense? Talking about Vox. No, I know you didn't like that.
That was another thing, man.
Yeah.
That was the only other kind of drawback. I've really tried to avoid picking on Creighton when possible because, again, they just kind of hold everyone to their average. So, can he get there? Yes, I think it's still a fairly favorable line, but you really want to make sure that Jason Edwards is going to be out tonight.
All right. Cool. So, are we going with Carr? Are we going with forget his name now, but what else we got? Anything else?
Well, the Colorado guy, he's probably going to be somewhat more of a limited find, but Carr, you can definitely find his 15 or more points line, which I think is totally fair in any kind of capacity. The pairing with him is going to be a bit more interesting, but we got a couple studs, a couple of our fan favorites here. You honestly can't go wrong with Bruce, still 15.5 or more points. The full game line at 17.5, I think, is still pretty fair for him, honestly. Keaton Wagler, this was something that you and I kind of want to talk about real fast before we hopped on.
Yeah.
The game total, pace, and all that stuff is, for obvious reasons, going to be fairly low. I think it was, 139.5. That was really the biggest thing that kind of scared me off of it. Both these guys play pretty slow, but Illinois is at home. They fared really, really well there. It is a 15.5 point spread, so I do kind of worry about that. Are our guys going to get full run here, or is this going to be the game that they kind of play flat minutes across the board? So I'm not really sure what to kind of lean into here. I think obviously Illinois picks up the dub, but can Minnesota make it a game? That's really our question, because Wagler's bailed us out in many, many a second halves here, but is this a game where they don't really need him to?
Can you go to the thing on Outlier where it shows you guards against Minnesota? Yeah. What does that look like?
Yeah, it's a little bit more limited here.
Oh, okay. Because they don't have much Minnesota.
That's something I'd have to deep dive a little bit more into, because I don't know if I had Minnesota already for a breakdown. I know what the biggest thing with them is they've been really solid in interior defense, and then they just play so slow. They cause a lot of turnovers.
Right.
So, I mean, he can still be quite productive from three, but, I worry about the game staying close.
See, that said Brandon still 12.5 on Underdog. Not going to attempt to spell his last name. Brandon R? Brandon
R.
Brandon R. Okay. Look at Wagler, bro. They obviously got him low because of the pace. Minnesota is pace right around where Colorado State was, like one of the slowest teams in the entire Division One. It's the only issue, but I mean that seems to be our issues every single time. Well, I shouldn't say every single time, but every time we have a line that looks really good, it's the pace of the game is the reason why. That's what they're doing. So, who did he play that last game though? I think we had the same kind of problem, and he scored 22. Northwestern, not necessarily. What was before that? Iowa. That was the one.
Iowa game.
And he still came through. I mean, bro, he's the guy right now.
He's been lead scorer in all these games.
Yeah, Baby Peja's not doing nothing. They're kind of just... Look at that, bro. Since that 16-point game, whatever that was in the middle of the season there, all the way through, like, he's just the man right now. They got a bump just because of that. People don't even look at the matchups. They're just going to be like, I'm 14.5. He always gets that. So.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, this is what happened last time. Where these last 5 lookers, last 10 lookers, it's going to be like, oh, my God, this dude's balling.
That's it. Play it.
And he is.
So, yeah. We got to lock that in, bro. It's just about, is it a half or a full, I think. I mean, you've been going full lately because you've been feeling confident. But, yeah, the pace is just a little bit silly.
Probably just a half. I mean, if the pace was better, that's one thing. But having to worry about the pace and it also being at home a 15-point blowout potential. Can Minnesota keep it close? Sure. But what does that look like? Is it within 20 or is that within 10?
How did Baby Peja play? He only played 24 minutes, first of all, and he only shot 4 times last game. That's crazy. Meanwhile, Wagyu, 33 minutes, took 17 shots. Peace.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Stojakovic, his minutes, too, that's something I've really harped on a lot of our streams, is just I don't trust the minutes, man. I mean,
it's weird.
Even the games that he plays well, he's still not getting these full run.
It's really weird. I wonder what's going on with him.
But he can't shoot the three. That's one big thing for him. Is he not hit a three?
Since his last name's Stojakovic, though, is he going to the pros? Not at this rate.
Probably. We'd have,
G League.
Not at this rate on this team.
Maybe he'll go to like Australian League or something. I don't know.
Do we want to add that official 0.5 or maybe kind of?
Let's do it. I'll throw it on there for you. You don't got to worry about it. If you want, just put it right there.
Yeah. Good little half ski.
Little half ski.
Well, let's talk about a couple of other plays here. I mean, honestly, man, how at 17.5 again, I see the odds still kind of all over the place, but I'm like, man, this guy has just been so good. He only
Is it-
failed us one time, but he's gotten there so much.
It's Groundhog Day.
Feels like it, man.
I mean, it's the same thing as the last games, though. The same alts. Bruce, DeBonsta, a couple of other guys. They just keep doing it. That's what I noticed about college last year. We get to this point in the season, the stars go. The stars go, bro. They give them the ball and they do it, and we just got to keep doing it till it doesn't work, and reassess then. But I mean, everything's really been hitting here in this last week, so why not run it back, huh?
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling, man. And I mean, this dude's been a cold motherfucker, man. He's so fun out there just watching, making people miss and not knowing how to guard him because, between the 3-point shooting, the free throw upside that he offers, and, also kind of being a bruiser lately, too. I mean, dude's been quite a menace on the glass, and the blocks and steals have been there for him quite a bit. But, yeah, man, I mean, the minutes also something that's just been so unhinged. I mean, all these games that have been close. I mean, we're looking at least 34 plus minutes every single competitive game. And these 3 misses here, guess what? 3 not competitive games are all 20-point blowouts. So those are the games where he really kind of let off the gas. But we got another road game here, which has been something that's just honestly spectacular this season. I mean, crushing on the road this year, averaging 23 points a game. It is Vandy. I get that, but he's going to be scoring up against one of the Tyler. Yeah, bro. Vandy's been giving it up to high-volume shooters. So, a few weeks ago, I might have been more concerned, but after seeing especially, Vanderbilt and was it South Carolina, started really paying attention. But any of these high-volume shooters are just still seeing great success against them. And I'm not too worried about Boogie Flan. I think Boogie gets his shit locked up by Duke this week.
Bro, these are the type of plays where we're like, okay, how is that number again? Why? He should be higher. It's not the pace. Vandy's fast as can be. I think I like it as much as you liked it last week and the week before. I know the one time he didn't come through because they were in a blowout, he kind of just chilled. But when the games are close, we know Vandy's going to give him a decent run. He should be okay. Unless they have someone down low I'm forgetting about that they're going to stop him or something. But he can shoot threes. He's going to figure it out. He's not going to get stopped, bro. Half unit?
Nah, he's going to be going up against the Tylers tomorrow. Tyler Nichols or Tyler Tanner. I'm not sure which one they're going to stick on him, but I like him, man. I mean, Vandy, and like you mentioned with the pace and everything too, has just been so huge. If they actually put Tyler Nichols on him, he's their big 3-point shooter as well. Dude, Hauck's going to cook this guy. This dude does not play any defense. Tanner, a little bit more scary, but this guy does not have any kind of defensive prowess whatsoever.
These are both going to bump. Same as we did whatever it was, Tuesday or whatever. It was the same thing. Hauck and Wagler. Why not? Wagler's matchup's a little scary. Hauck's matchup kind of just because it's Vandy, but they're going to be running around. Man, he's going to have plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, I like Hauck quite a bit, man.
Full unit?
And that total, yeah, man. He should easily be 18.5 every single slate, like no matter what. 19.5 more recently, but 162.5 total, 2.5 point spread. Yeah, sign me up for that.
All right, check out the list and see if it is what you wanted it to be. And we shall move on.
Yep, full half, and then our unrivaled stuff. Yep, looks good. Yeah. Let's keep it going though. One other. Okay, so we talked about Bruce and kind of honestly in a game stack sense. If you guys can find the 15.5 points, the all lines for that should be easy parlay pieces for you for this matchup. I do like that. I don't mind the 17.5 point full game line as well. But another player, going back to our strategy, bigs versus Ohio State, and one who kind of slipped under the radar. I think I've kind of written off UCLA as a whole just because they played so poorly this season. But Tyler B, back to his old self from last year. Dude's been a lock for 29 or more minutes in all these competitive games, and I mean, honestly, he's looked really, really well. So, taking a look at it, 28 minutes at least here. I mean, dude's averaging almost 25 PR per game. The minutes, again, holding really, really well. And I think we actually just got some news about Sky Clark might be hurt or missing some time here. Let me find that real fast. Or is it? Yeah, Sky Clark. What was that? It just popped up. Consider doubtful for Saturday. Okay. So he'll probably end up missing some more time here too, which is nice. I mean, he takes away a little bit from their perimeter. He was one of their 3-point shooters and also obnoxious on the glass too. So good little boost for Tyler. He's been chucking threes a little bit more recently, so I do like to see that. Something that hopefully will continue here. But Bigs versus Ohio State's been pretty solid. I know this last game, Hans, he really stepped it up for us. So I don't mind this same exact spot, honestly. They're going to be missing a little bit more of the offensive upside with Sky being out. So Tyler, Donovan Dent should probably do a majority of the shooting overall. And being on the road here, kind of interesting. I don't know exactly which of the two I want to put my coin on exactly or plant my flag on to put the coin on. But Tyler's looked really good, man. I mean, if this was him anytime last year, I might have probably brushed that off, but the minutes really taken a consistent step forward. It's got to be something to really, really consider. I mean, he's playing the whole game right now, so that's something we weren't used to seeing last year. Even in this, he only played 12 minutes against him last year. So very muddy details as far as what the data looks like, but I like him, man. I mean, we've seen a lot of volume out of him lately too, double digit in a majority of these games. And, it's just going to be him, Donovan Dent, and then kind of sprinkling in Sky Clark. But all these games where he scored or shot 10 or more field goal attempts, I mean, the scoring's looked really, really great for him. We're averaging 25-1 overall, 31 minutes. So that's not bad, man. I think potential.
It fits perfect with your Ohio State right there. It's still holding true.
You think so?
Yeah. Why not? What do you mean? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I don't know if you want
Even
fantasy, but
yeah, I was about to say, what's up with the fantasy? That's kind of interesting.
What
He'll
happened
have
in
some
those
reasonable
two?
block upside against Tilly.
What happened in those two? Maryland? He just sucked? Foul trouble, maybe?
Let's see. I think he got in a little bit of foul trouble that game. Let's take a look. Ski-poo. Let's see. Maryland, yeah, he had 4 fouls there.
4 fouls against Wisconsin. I think it was
in Iowa.
Iowa just took him down.
Yeah, Iowa was, poor shooting performance. He also didn't hit a 3, so a little bit of downside there for that too. Only 1 offensive rebound. I'd have to look and see, did he get 2 fouls early in this game, or did he miss out on any kind of minutes? But even still, I mean, everything was there except for just the shots landing. He couldn't find the 3 ball, but that's not exactly what we're looking for here in this matchup. Hopefully he hits 1 3, but I really want him to be inside the paint, trying to draw fouls and get to the free throw line, because that's really where a lot of his upside will come from, is from the line there. And we've seen a lot of these successful games from that.
We won't write it on the list,
Ironically,
but let's write it underneath, right by Carr.
Yeah, we'll do that. Ironically, that season high free throw attempts was that terrible game against Maryland, actually. Everything else looked really nice, though.
Yeah, Ohio State, as long as the line isn't too crazy. I mean, do bookies look at Ohio State and say what we think too? Or is his lines like, just Humdy-Dumdy, another team?
I don't think so. I mean, they're probably considering how bad their defense has been playing so far this season. But with Sky Clark being out, I think that helps out quite a bit, at least to kind of keep it more of a tight rotation.
Okay. So we got 5 plays on the list. It looks like 5-0 coming up and 1 million plays to find tonight.
Yeah, man, we're really gonna have to dig deep for some of this stuff because there's a lot of injury news as well to keep an eye out for. But
I love it.
We're gonna find some bangers. You already know.
Yeah, dude.
All right, well, make sure you guys get at least some exposure on a few of these early plays. I do think, like you mentioned, Houck will probably bump. Keaton could bump. More than likely, it'll bump on Prizepicks, at least back up to 15 flat. They seem to be content just kind of leaving it there this last slate. But the Unrivaled stuff, we're going to try and tackle that as soon as it hits the board. So do keep an eye out for that. This morning was not even 10 minutes of the props being up, and we had like 5 or 6 different players get bumped already. So they're adjusting stuff quite frequently with that, but it is what it is. We'll try and make the best of our situation and go from there. But yeah, man, I think we'll probably call it here for this time being. Looks like we're at the top of the hour already. A few of these games getting ready to start off for the Friday night slate. And then I believe, an hour and a half will be Unrivaled. Yeah, an hour and a half from now kicks off Unrivaled. So make sure you guys check it out. We'll have news and updates for that moving along for you guys. And then we'll react to that as best we can. So, underrated Big Dog, you got anything else for us?
No, sir. I just want to get off here and run and find some props for tomorrow. I'm excited to see what they throw up on the board here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got a bunch missing still for Saturday, and we'll be looking ahead for Sunday as well. So make sure you guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button down below on your way out. We always appreciate supporting the channel and hanging out with us, chopping up college basketball, and now more recently Unrivaled on the weekends. So make sure you're part of the Discord too. Still running the links down below. 7-day free trial. Come check it out. Win some cash with us. Alrighty, folks. Good luck this weekend. We may or may not have a video for y'all later tonight, so keep an eye out for that. But if not, we'll be back on Monday streaming as usual. And good luck tonight. Good luck this weekend. May all your bets cash. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.